Hello, my name is Ralf Friedrichs. I'm an addiction recovery coach and the host of Take Your Life Back Today show. As an addiction recovery coach, I want to share something with you, and let me be crystal clear to leave an everlasting impact upon you. Just imagine being buried alive. You're in a coffin, but you know you're not dead. You don't know how to get out of the coffin, so you try lifting the lid, but the enormous weight upon the lid is preventing that lid from opening. You just think you're going to die, but then you think maybe if I bang on the lid, somebody might notice, because the dirt is being unsettled from the vibration of me banging on the lid, but nobody's digging their way down to you. This is what it's like to find yourself at the lowest point of alcohol and drug addiction. You know you need help, you know you can't do it on your own, but you don't know where to turn for help. In reality, there are people standing by your grave. You just don't know that. You just think you're going to die. Usually, though, people don't think about death when they're habitually abusing drugs and alcohol. In order to feed an addiction, you have to be great at repressing the fear of death. I often ask you, my audience, did it ever cross your mind that maybe, just maybe, you might just overdose and take something that Jesus Christ gave to you, called life, away from you? More importantly, you take it away from the people that love and count on you most, your children, your grandchildren, mother, father, husband, or wife. With this, let me leave one last thought. Don't be like the person I just read about that went to their grave without seeking help. Instead, give me a call at 844-405-HELP, and I promise you I will help you take back your life before your life is gone. People like Larry Geis from the Geis Academy at 516-458-2741. Larry Geis and I always tell people like you, it doesn't matter where you've been, it doesn't matter where you came from. What matters is that you're here seeking help today. Call Larry at 516-458-2741 or go to www.odysseyconsultant.org. Larry Geis will take you from your depression to happier times, from your addiction to recovery, from low self-esteem to higher self-esteem. Larry Geis from the Geis Academy, 516-458-2741. Larry Geis from the Geis Academy. We're going to talk about alcohol and liver disease today. And what better day to discuss this than on Memorial Day, when it should be about remembrance, but unfortunately a lot of people do a lot of drinking. This is a part of your body that does regular overtime. The liver is our largest internal organ, and it has 500 different roles. One of the liver's most important functions is to break down food and convert it into energy when you need it. Your liver also helps the body to get rid of waste products and plays a vital role in fighting all infections, particularly in the bowel area. And yet, when your liver is damaged, you generally won't know about it until things get very serious. Drinking alcohol can increase your risk of developing liver disease and cause irreparable damage to the very important part of your organ. In fact, drinking is a major cause of 25% increase in deaths from liver disease, not only here in the country but throughout the world. Overall, alcohol-related liver disease accounts for well over 1/3 of all liver disease deaths, and 1 out of 10 of the deaths of people in their 40s are from liver disease. Most of them are because they abused alcohol. The four main types of liver disease are as follows. There are many types of liver disease, but the main types are alcohol-related fatty liver disease, non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, viral, which is also known as hepatitis, and autoimmune, which is chronic hepatitis. All of the types of liver disease listed above can cause liver damage. The information on this particular segment is specific to alcohol-related liver disease, which can be prevented if you understand the impact of excessive drinking and what it can do to your liver, and take steps to control your intake of alcohol, if not quit at all. Drinking too much alcohol can damage the liver in 2 main ways. Liver disease is a term used to describe damage to the liver, and there are 2 types. Acute is when the liver problems develop over a few months, and chronic is when the damage is done over a number of years. There are a lot of different causes of liver disease, including drinking alcohol to excessive, which causes alcohol liver disease. Scientists are not sure exactly why drinking too much alcohol can damage your liver, but reasons include the following. Oxidative stress. When our liver tries to break down alcohol, the resulting chemical reaction can damage its cells. The damage can lead to inflammation and scarring as the liver tries to repair itself. And toxins and gut bacteria. Alcohol can damage our intestine which lets toxins from our gut bacteria get into the liver itself. These toxins can also lead to inflammation and scarring. Drinking alcohol can increase your risk of developing liver disease. Evidence about how much and how often you need to drink to increase your chance of developing liver disease is very unclear. But all research shows that the more alcohol you drink, the more likely you have of getting liver disease. Evidence suggests that other factors that increase your risk of developing liver disease include the following: being dependent on alcohol. Around 7 in 10 people with alcohol liver disease have an alcohol dependency problem. Being female. This is likely to be connected to how women process alcohol. And being overweight. Excessive weight can exacerbate many of the mechanisms of liver damage caused by excessive drinking. Excessive drinking can make your liver get fat. Reducing your consumption can help it turn back to its normal size. Drink more than 8 units a day, 4 pints of 4% lager if you're a man, and over 5 units a day of 175 milligram glasses of wine if you're a woman, for 2 or 3 weeks, and you're likely to develop something called fatty liver. This is when the liver turns glucose into fat, which it sends around the body to store for its use when we need it most. Alcohol affects the way the liver handles fat, so your liver cells get stuffed full of it. If this happens, you may feel vague discomfort and your abdomen because your liver is swollen. You might also feel sick and lose your appetite. A blood test may be able to show that if you have fatty liver or not. The good news is your liver will start shedding the excessive fat if you stop drinking for 2 weeks. I prefer you stop drinking totally. To keep the risk low, you should not exceed the low-risk alcohol unit guidelines after that. If you don't change your drinking pattern, the bad news is your fatty liver is in its first stage of permanent liver disease. Stopping drinking will help reduce damage and the progression of this disease. Identifying the severity of the liver disease, the symptoms are as follows. People can spend 20 years damaging their liver and not feel any effects in doing that. Early symptoms of liver disease can include the following: abdominal pains, diarrhea, fatigue, nausea, and vomiting. Later stage liver disease symptoms are as follows, and you'll know about them. They can include bleeding in the gut, easy bruising, fatigue, jaundice, which is yellow skin, increased sensitivity to alcohol and drugs, both medical and recreational, because the liver cannot process them, will include the itching factors, liver cancer, swelling of the legs, ankles, and abdomen, vomiting, blood, weakness, loss of appetite. When you develop cirrhosis, cutting out the alcohol is essential to prevent you from dying from liver failure, which is when your liver stops working completely. In most serious cases of cirrhosis, you will only be considered for a liver transplant if you do not drink alcohol for at least 3 months. If you start soon enough, you can reverse problems with your liver that was caused by your alcohol addiction. Drinking within the government's low-risk unit guidelines, drinking no more than 14 units per week is a safe way to keep the risks lower. Stay in control of your alcohol consumption. You can keep your risk low by staying within the government's recommended low guidelines, which could be found on so many websites. Just go to Google and look it up. But spread your alcohol intake out over 3 days or more. If you want to cut down, a great way is to spread your drinking out over a certain amount of days per week. Test out having a break for yourself and see what positive results you notice. And eat well. A healthy meal before you start drinking and low-fat meal, low-salt snacks between drinks can help slow down the absorption of this alcohol. Good nutrition can help to support your liver to function and plays a crucial role in your health. The liver is an important item, and it's one of the largest organs you have. And there are 4 types of liver disease, folks. There's alcohol-related fatty liver, there's non-alcoholic fatty liver, there's viral, otherwise known as hepatitis, and autoimmune, which is chronic hepatitis. Drinking too much alcohol can damage the liver in two main ways. The oxidative stress, when our liver tries to break down alcohol, thus resulting chemical reaction, can damage all its cells. This damage can lead to inflammation and scarring as the liver tries to repair itself. And then you have toxins and gut bacteria. Alcohol can damage our intestine, which lets toxins from our gut bacteria back into the liver. These toxins can lead to inflammation and scarring. Drinking alcohol can increase your risk of developing liver disease. Evidence about how much and how often you need to drink to increase your chances of developing liver disease is unclear, but all research shows that the more alcohol you drink, the more likely you are to develop liver disease. Evidence suggests that other factors increase your risk of developing liver disease, and they include the following: being dependent on alcohol. Around 7 to 10 people with alcohol liver disease have an alcohol dependency, which means you're addicted. If you're a female, it is likely to be connected in how the woman processes the alcohol, and then being overweight, excessive weight can exacerbate many of the mechanisms. And here are some of the signs. Stopping drinking will help reduce damage and progression of the disease. Identifying the severity of liver disease are the following symptoms: abdominal pains, diarrhea, fatigue, nausea, and vomiting. Later stage liver damage symptoms are more serious, and you'll know about them, and they can include bleeding in the gut, easy bruising, fatigue, jaundice, which is yellow to skin, and increased sensitivity to alcohol and drugs, both medical and recreational, because the liver cannot process them. Will include itching, liver cancer, swelling of the ankles and the abdomen, vomiting blood, and weakness, loss of appetite. When you develop cirrhosis, cutting out alcohol is essential to prevent you from dying from liver failure, shutdown, which is when your liver stops working completely. In most serious cases, the cirrhosis, you will only be considered for a liver transplant if you do not drink alcohol for at least 3 months. You can keep the risk low by staying within the guidelines that are set forth in all medical journals. Spread your alcohol intake out over 3 days or more, or quit totally if you want to save your life. If you want to cut down, a great way is to spread your drinking out over days of the week. Test out having a break from yourself to see positive results and eliminate those hangovers. And you need to start eating well. A healthy meal before you start drinking and low-fat, low-salt snacks between drinks can help slow down the absorption of the alcohol. Good nutrition can help support your liver to function and plays a crucial role in preventing liver disease. Folks, the easiest thing to do is, as I pray, is that you just quit drinking. I am not against people that drink alcohol, because if you know how to handle it, it is great. It is the abuse and the addiction that will ultimately kill you. Ultimately kill you. And if it's not because of liver disease, it could possibly be through overdose. I hope this segment on alcohol and liver disease was very helpful for you. I hope you all have a safe Memorial Day. And remember, let's remember the reason Memorial Day even exists, and that's for the men and women that gave up their lives, to give you the freedom that you have. Let's remember that, and let's remember that it's not about barbecues and drinking. And if you do drink, drink responsibly. Remember, repeat this video if you want to get more information. Maybe I spoke too fast, but repeat the video on YouTube, and you'll be able to see all the signs of liver disease. I hope to God that you all have a safe Memorial Day, and may God bless each and every one of you.